Hello and welcome to another review. Today we are looking at 2007 Deluxe Class Decepticon Brawl. So there he is, in the flesh. And I'll be honest, apart from the 2007 lead class, I think this is one of the best versions of at least movie Brawl that Hasbro has ever attempted. I mean, the Studio Series version, in any photo I've seen of it, looks god-awful. Now, I've not had the privilege of having it in hand, so could be different. But I'll be honest, yes, this is small, low, not in scale. But I'll be honest, it is, to me, a much better looking, a much, I think, more accurate looking rendition. So, first off, I love how this transforms. We'll get into that in a second, but just also morph-like feature to get the tracks there. It's just really, really nice. Now it is heavy on the kibble, as we can see down at the legs. We just have sides of the truck hanging off. I'll turn to the back. You know, he's got a very thin profile for someone who's quite wide. But I'll be honest, you're not going to be looking at him from that angle. You're going to be looking at him from front, and you know, he'll be positioning his arm. That's one gripe I do have with this figure, is the tolerance for pegging the arms in. You want to go move arms, it moves out, and then you're moving at the transformation ball joint. So it's not good in that aspect. And he's also a bit top heavy, so you can't really get him into some good dynamic poses. That also probably down to do with the posability of the figure. Now, the posability of the figure, you can rotate the hairs. The thing, it can kind of look back, look down, so I guess you'd get more movement out of the head than you do with some modern transformers. The arms are gorilla arms, so you can ball joint it all the way back and forth. You can ball joint it out like about that far. Again, the wanting to stay pegged in is difficult, but yeah, you can go out not very far, go forward, go backwards, rotation at the elbow, so you can get it like that, get less than 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, no movement at the arms, legs, ball joint, kick out. Can't kick back that far because the back turret there, so can't kick back. Get the arm out of the way. Can not really kick out that far. There is not a waist rotation because of that there. Ouch, these are all untransformed now. Lovely. That is a gripe with this figure, is doesn't want to stay together well. So, yeah, you do get 9 degrees of knee bend, and you don't get anything at the foot. So just get him to just not fall apart. That'd be splendid. There we are. You do get articulation at his front grille pieces. Articulation for the guns at the back. But rock mode, you're not really going to be posing him that much. You're going to transform him, and he's probably just going to stand there and look really menacing. He looks cool. That's that's that. Now into transformation, what you want to do is, if you've got a copy where the arms like to peg in, unpeg the arms on the ball joint, pull them back like that, untab the whole back section on the armature and bring it out. Now you can pull this section just from the front and pull it up, and then the automorph feature will essentially put the head back and flip the tank treads like that, fetch them, articulate it like that. That's the front part of the tank. Now just move that out the way and we'll get started on this. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this bit, move it in there, that bit, move it in there, orientate it around like that, and orientate it so the longer bits are facing forward. Then you can move the entire turret around like that. Now for this, make sure it's all the arms are lined up and straight. And bring that round. You want to bring that round there. You want to flip it around at the ball joint, so the tab is facing outwards. Flip the arm down and around, so it just fits like that. And then bring that section in there and push it in there. Now, similar for the same. That on that side. What we want to do with the turret, rotate it around and shift it forward. And then that should just situate itself nicely in there. Close that round, and that's the main tank turret done up there. Now you just want to leave that like that. The legs, you're going to take those barrels, extra storage barrels, you're going to flip them down, you're going to flip the feet up like that. You're going to push the legs together like that, tap them together. Then what you're going to do, turn that around, flip that forward, just like that out of the way. And then you want to push the rest of the tank body around like that. This should just essentially kind of slip into place, just sit there, and they can fetch that tab down to that port there. Not fire the turret. Tab it on. Make sure it's all nice and situated. And there you have Brawl in tank mode. And I think that's a very nice tank mode. I think it accurately captures I believe it was an Abrams. It was in the movie. Got two independently rotating turrets. The bottom turret can rotate, and the top turret can rotate, which I think is great. Which I don't know if the Studio Series version could do that. Again, I don't have a copy of it. I've never had a copy of it, so I'm about to answer that. But yeah, two turning turrets, and I just think the camera scheme looks nice. They don't carry it all the way around. I just tap that onto here. Obviously, you've got the whole gap there, and the the very visible head right there. But for a Deluxe Class figure from 2007 as well, and you had Barricade that was chunky and a bit of a subpar Chimera Bumblebee. I think that is quite a worthy adaptation. I think it's crazy how, really, 11 years later, there's not been, I think, a better version of Brawl in tank mode. Anyway, that has been this review. Thank you for watching.